I'm Sandy Maxx with WTMJ, and I am very excited to be inside the Pabst Theater after hours, eye level with one of the huge, beautiful, multi-crystalled chandeliers, and with one of the volunteers who makes sure it sparkles. What's your name?
Sandra Wicker.
Sandra, how many years have you been volunteering to polish these beautiful chandeliers?
If we wouldn't have had that little hiccup that everyone was going through, this probably would have been my 10th year doing it.
How did you get started?
I usher here. And I was talking to the house manager, and he kind of mentioned about how they bring it down and there are volunteers that come in. She's like, I'd love to do that.
What is it about it that attracts people like you and me that we want to get our hands on this history?
This is a gem of a building. It's the fourth oldest continuous running theater in the country, built in 1895. You don't have too many of these in the country anymore, unfortunately. People tear things down and put it in a parking lot.
We're smart. We preserve them here in Milwaukee.
Thank you, Michael Cudahy.
Yes. So what do you use to clean each of these crystals? And how many crystals are there?
There's about 33,000, give or take. I haven't counted them. And it's an environmentally friendly window cleaner.
So you just get your spray bottle and some
And
cloth?
soft cloth, and kind of slowly and carefully. The chandelier has been up there since 1976. It's not the original. We don't know where the original is or what it looked like. So you basically very gently, you don't want to pull too hard. You don't want to break off the wires, because it is getting a bit on the old side.
Antique, we prefer to call it.
Collective.
There you go.
Collective.
There you go. So when I walked in to the theater, just to even see it lowered and understand the perspective of just how huge this chandelier is and the beautiful glow, it really is an impact. What did you feel like the first time you saw the chandelier up close?
There were no words. There really weren't. There really weren't. And I have to say that yesterday we took a lunch break and we were sitting here eating our sandwiches and just
Admiring.
oh yeah.
You
Because
take it in.
It looks so much different from when we started, because there was a slight film on it. Not as bad as last year. Last year the crystals were fuzzy because it hadn't been done for 5 years.
Oh, it's sat in here since like 2019.
Well, we hadn't had the opportunity to bring it down. There have been a lot of glitches in the system, and the light bulbs have to be switched out. Any electrical work that needs to be done, this is the time to do it.
What is one of the most surprising things that you've learned in cleaning this chandelier?
I think the way that it's actually constructed, because each crystal is linked by a wire to the crystal underneath it, but then there's also a wire that goes along the back of all of the crystals. It kind of reinforces it. And another thing I need to point out, if you come to the Pabst Theater and the third floor is open, go up to the third floor, go to the center entrance of the auditorium, and you will be at eye level with the chandelier. And if you turn around and do this, you can do a selfie with the chandelier in the background.
That's a good tip, Sandra.
Either that, or you can come and volunteer and help us polish it. You can get all kinds of selfies inside the chandelier too, which you can do when it's up there.
That's volunteer. So mark your calendar for next January.
It should be around next January. Last year, before we cleaned it in April, I would like, don't take pictures. Don't zoom in. Don't zoom in with your phone. Please don't zoom in with your phone.
Because it just wasn't its prettiest.
Disgusting. There was the biggest dust bunny I have ever seen hanging off of it when it came down. I'm just like, I have dust bunnies under, things in my apartment, but I've never seen one that big. I don't even think it qualifies as a bunny.
I was saying, I don't think it was a bunny at that point.
Maybe.
A dust coyote.
Could be. It could very much so be. And then when I saw that, I'm just like, I don't know if I want to go in there. What else is living in there?
Oh, no.
Cloth.
Oh, okay, behind your strand.
Because then what you're going to do is you're going to spray, and then you just start rubbing and slowly work your way down the strand. So then as you come down, you just see the colors come out. It was amazing yesterday. You're just like, oh my God, look at that.
Oh, yeah, let there be light.